Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House. My name is Claire Candy Hough, and I'm going to do the weekly general reading for November the 9th through November the 15th. Now remember, this is a general reading and it may not resonate with everyone, but there might be some information in there which will give you some clarity, some direction, certainly some hope that you can use in the week that is coming up. Now, the Posse of Angels, this is my angelic family who I'm part of, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003. But the Posse of Angels, they don't usually jump in with anything beforehand, but they were saying that they are taking sides. And I was like, oh my gosh, angels don't take sides. But they said, we're taking sides. We are on the side of justice. And I said, okay. And they also said, they are on the side of things being brought to light so that the truth can win out. And I said, that's very Posse of Angels like. So they are on the side of truth and justice, and so and that there will be illumination and light on anything that's been untoward in the last year, coming to light, so that the light wins on the planet. So thank you, Posse of Angels. Let's go to the rune that I chose for, well, I chose it out of the bag. And the rune that came out for this reading was this one. And it's the rune of Kano. Kano is the opening. It's the rune of fire. It's also the rune of a torch. And it's a rune of renewed clarity, dispelling the darkness. Now that might have been why the Posse of Angels spoke about light and illumination to bring forth so that the truth can win on the planet. This is the rune of the more light we have, the more we can dispel the darkness. Simply put, this rune is saying that if we have been operating in the dark, there's now enough light and illumination with this rune of fire to bring about and dispel that darkness. It's also a rune of death of an old way and watching for the new torch of that illumination so that we can clearly see the path on how we are to move forward. So wonderful rune to start the reading now. Let's go to our Brian Froud Fairy Oracle cards. I love this deck. Two cards. They were like just stuck together. I just thought to myself, okay, I have to choose both. This first one that came out was He of the Fiery Sword. Again, another fire, light, illumination reference that we have here. And this card's energy is, it's a number 4, which is the number of a strong foundation, security, safety. And it's a card that's stable, something that you can build on. He of the Fiery Sword's energies enables us to burst the bonds of something that has been outgrown or outmoded, outway of doing things or an outway of being, in order for us to move on. Now, his presence indicates a great strength and great potential for good and justice to win. So I thought that this is just an amazing card, and especially a fire card coming out after the card of Kano, which is the opening. So that was one of the fairy cards. The second fairy card that came out, literally stuck to that card, was Gotcha. It is. It's Gawtch. Gotcha. And this is the card of sudden shocks and unexpected events. Now, sudden breakdowns of existing structures or systems could be habits or our attitudes, and this is a good thing. Things breaking down is a good thing because these breakdowns are leading to breakthroughs. And when this happens, it causes great freedom and it causes great liberation in order for us to have an illuminated path on how to move forward. So, again, a lot of what is coming out moment to moment is having a gotcha effect. So many unexpected twists and turns that are rising to the surface and that are being illuminated and brought into light. Seems like in every moment something is coming out. So we have those two cards, he of the fiery sword and gotcha, breakdowns in order to break through. So thank you, lovely fairies. The next card that I went to is my, I love this deck. It's the Oracle of Emotions. Pam Grout and Colette Barron-Reed have just produced a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned on those cards. Anyway, the card that was chosen was Wrecking Ball. It's a number 1 card. It's a card of new beginnings, of new starts. And a wrecking ball is not necessarily a sign of destruction. It's more a blessed invitation for a brand new, exciting thing to blossom. And things must, it's saying it must be torn down, those old, outmoded ways of doing things, those structures and systems must be torn down. The Posse of Angels are giving me the vision of the Tower card in the tarot, in order for the phoenix to be burnt down to the ashes, in order for it to rise again in all of its magnificence. So things must be torn down in order for the new to be built. And that is the simple and very easy message of Wrecking Ball. And again, look at that. I just noticed that. Look at that fireball. That some people call it the sun, or some people could see it as the sun, but it's illuminating. It's illuminating things to bring them to truth, for the truth to come out in order for justice to prevail. Wow. I just love where this reading is going. Let's go to the tarot cards and see what is coming out for us now. There is so much forward movement as we're going into November. Mercury got out of retrograde. It's stationed direct on November 3rd, and many are saying, hallelujah. Now, it doesn't get out of its shadow phase until mid-November, but many of us are already feeling a sense of liberation and freedom as we're moving forward. And also, speaking about fire energy, Mars is going forward. Don't quote me, I think it's November 12th or November 13th. But Mars is our mojo. Mars is our get up and go. And so many of us, with Mars being in retrograde since September 9th, felt like our get up and go got up and went. So it's wonderful to get that feeling back, like we are unstuck and we're unblocked. And like we can move forward again. And not only that, but Mars is going to be in Aries, which, is another fire sign. So many different references to fire. And not only that, we have the last of the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. Now, Pluto is the planet of birth, of death and rebirth, of things being hidden away. And good old Jupiter expands things and it magnifies things as well. shining a light on those secrets or those hidden things. So that's going to be brought to light, and that happens around the 12th, 13th. And then, of course, we have a new moon in Scorpio on the 15th coming up, which are bringing us new, fresh starts and all of those things. So one more shuffle. It's such an exciting time with all of this light and illumination pouring onto the planet. First card coming out for us, I'm not surprised. It's the Three of Swords. Look at this card. This is the card of heartbreak. It's the card of desperation, of losing hope and faith. And if you're feeling like this, the posse of angels are saying the race is not over. That's what they're saying. And even before any election year, if you were feeling like this, they would have said the same thing. They would have said, go, if you're feeling like this, the most beautiful place to go to is in quiet reflection, is to go to a place of meditation, is to go to a place of stillness and come to a place of peace in your heart and say thank you. Thank you to higher source energy and the angels. Everything will turn out in divine, perfect order. That's all you need to do. Whatever it is, I wish for truth. I wish for justice to prevail. And thank you. And to bring yourself back to that place of peace. And I know that many people are feeling like this. The next card that is coming out for us is the Seven of Swords. This is the card of deception. This is the card of secrets, lies, possibly nefarious deeds or things being hidden away. No good deed ever goes unpunished. This is also a card where things could be brought to light, where things that were untoward are being now uncovered. Because as we know, as we are ascending in consciousness and we are going from the third and fourth dimensions into the higher states of the fifth dimension, there is nothing that can remain hidden anymore. And everything must be revealed. This is the year of 2020, 2020 vision, 2020 clarity. And everything must be revealed. So it's very interesting that this card came out after that Three of Swords card. Next card that's coming out for us, oh my God, I just said this before, how that Wrecking Ball card reminded me of the Tower. And the Tower card certainly is things being built on a very shaky ground. And they must be torn down in order for the phoenix to rise from the ashes, in order for things to be built on more of a moral high ground, in which things are completely transparent, they're honest, and they're open. And, you know, in order for truth and justice, once again, as the posse of angels were saying, to come to light. And there is a lot of light in this card. It's coming in the way of lightning. And a lot of time people don't like the way that lightning illuminates things, but gotcha. The fairy card is sudden, unexpected events that light up and illuminate things in order for the truth to come out. The next card that we have coming out for us is, oh my gosh, I love this, is the Justice card. What have I been speaking about? This is not only the card of truth and of justice. See how much light is pouring in from the heavens on that card. They're also saying that this is the card of karma. And what went around will come around. We don't have to wish karma on anybody, because nothing is hidden in the eyes of the angels and that higher source, universal, all that is creator energy, and everything is noted and everything is taken note of, and for every cause there is an effect. And so this is a time of karmic retribution, if you would say. If it's a good thing, it's karmic compensation for all the good or all the untoward deeds coming back in again. And that is the Justice card. Next card, another two, they say. This card is the Judgment. Another J card. We go from Justice to Judgment, and I'll have to tip it just like that so you can see that this man is coming out of the darkness. And those who are wondering, yes, this is my deck. I created this deck. My designs with a wonderful, wonderful Polish artist that I discovered. And we brought forth the Angel Healing House Tarot deck. But this man is coming from the dark into the light. And there's Archangel Gabriel sounding his trumpet in order to bring forth that path of illumination. And the butterflies, that myriad of many butterflies, are transforming things in order to transform them in those secrets or hidden away things into the light, to bring that truth and justice. And our last card is the Six of Wands. This is the victory card. Truth wins out. This is the card of recognition. It's the card of triumph. And they're saying, plain and simple, truth will win. Truth will be victorious. So beautiful, beautiful cards that come out. I'm so, so happy about that. That's such a beautiful reading. Thank you, Posse of Angels. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I wish everybody love and angel blessings. Do stay in your heart. Find the peace and the faith and the hope, and that you find that. You find that in your connection to higher source, and you find that in connection with your own angels, and find more opportunities to bring in peace and an inner knowing that everything is working out in absolute divine order. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.